Hi, hello, and welcome to Paisa, Vasool. As always, I'm your host, Sravan. Got Tarun here with us.
Hello.
Here for another Sankranthi episode. Last one that we're doing. Anaganaga Oka Raju is the one we decided to watch, starring Naveen, Polishetty, and Meenakshi Chaudhary, directed by Mari.
Don't know who that is.
Not to be confused by
Darush's movie.
It's a debutant director. So
Okay.
this movie was initially meant to be directed by the guy who made Mad, the director who made Mad.
Yeah.
But he left early on, I think, and then it was also meant to have music by Tarun, but he also left. So it's got music by Mickey J. Meyer.
I heard that Naveen Polishetty had an accident in the United States or something. It was like injured for a couple of years or something, which delayed this movie.
So they announced this movie early 2023. Got delayed because of his accident, and then also these changes and stuff. And then I think they only started shooting 2024 or like late 2024.
Yeah.
We can get into our thoughts on it. Storyline is pretty
non-existent, I guess. It's very bare basic storyline. There's not much in it.
Yeah.
It's more so just back-to-back comedy.
So what did you think of it?
I like this one probably the best out of all the ones we've seen recently.
Yeah.
I think if you take Naveen Polishetty out of this movie, it's probably terrible. I don't know if many other people could probably pull this off, like just back-to-back comedy. It reminds me of kind of like a Nani movie, like 10 years ago, maybe.
It reminds me of a very specific Nani movie.
It's
Pilla Jamindar from...
But it's not as good as that, I would say.
No, it's not as good as that. Yeah. I think Pilla Jamindar is better than this.
It's better, but this one's probably just... They probably just concentrate on the comedy a lot in this, and it's just back-to-back comedy. And if you like the jokes, you're probably going to love it. If you don't like the jokes, you're probably not going to like it. But I thought the jokes were pretty funny, so... Yeah. Especially the first half was really funny. Second half goes in a bit of a different direction, which slowed down a little bit. But still overall enjoyable. It's nothing groundbreaking. Like there is, it's very much a turn your brain off movie, I think. But overall it's pretty good. There's stuff that's not that great in it as well, which I didn't expect from Naveen Polishetty. People are probably going into this with higher expectations because it is Naveen Polishetty, but it is pretty routine in the end.
Yeah, so I think I was one of those people that went in with slightly higher expectations. I knew it was going to be like comedy and like light on story, but I thought there would be something a little bit different about it just because he's doing it. And, you know, it's like 3 years since his last movie released. So I thought it'd be... have something a little bit different about it, but it's pretty routine in the end.
Yeah.
The comedy, so I watched it quite late. It was like a 9:40 show, so maybe I was a bit tired, and the comedy didn't all hit for me. So the first stuff is literally like there's not much of a
story
plot. Like there's just stuff happening, and there's just a lot of comedy. But yeah, like you said, I think if Naveen Polishetty hadn't done this, I think this would have just been pretty terrible. It's all kind of on his shoulders.
The way he delivers the lines makes it funny, not particularly the line itself. So if you're like don't understand Telugu and you watch this movie reading the subtitles, I don't think it hits the same way as if you understand the Telugu.
There was an Asian couple in our cinema.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Not sure why. I'm not sure why they chose to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
I'm not sure how much they would have liked it. Yeah.
Most of the comedy was decent. It's mostly from Naveen Polishetty himself. There is a kind of quite a dramatic shift in tone
towards the end, which was a bit surprising. Yeah.
So I would have maybe appreciated it more if that was sprinkled throughout the movie. Like there was a bit more emotional stuff in between, like not just right at the end, because like throughout the whole movie this guy's just like, you know, he's just a clown, a joker, like just fooling around, and suddenly he gets serious, and like that was like quite a shift. Like if you put in some elements of that, that he can be serious throughout the movie, then when you got to that part, it would have made more sense, which is what they do in Pillage Zemindar. So that's why that's probably better than this. But it's actually a very, very similar plot to that.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah. It's a very similar movie to that. But yeah, like you said, that's probably a better movie. But yeah, otherwise, it's really just the comedy. So if the comedy doesn't hit for you, you're not going to like this movie.
No.
There's also like an action sequence at the end, which was kind of a bit out of place. The songs are
out of place
again. There's two songs that come like almost immediately after each other as well in the first half.
Yeah.
So there's the first song, which comes quite a bit into the movie, and then there's like a couple of sequences, and then there's another song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is only 3 songs in the movie though, overall.
There is. Yeah. There's only 3. But the
last song was like not required. It was an item song.
It's kind of like the song placement in Raja Saab, I guess. Maybe not as bad as Raja Saab, but like,
not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fight at the end seemed unnecessary, but
it
was just
it seemed a bit out of character again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like dialogue heavy comedy.
Yeah.
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 Which I thought, I think Naveen's movies are mostly all dialogue heavy comedy. It's his kind of comedy where he does it.
Yeah.
I would say it's got a bit more story than Jathi Ratnalu, definitely.
Yeah. Well,
that's got nothing. Zero story.
Yeah.
That's just a bunch of comedy skits back to back. But it is a bit more routine than some of these other movies.
Yeah, it's a pretty routine movie in the end. Like there's not much different about it. But I guess that's why they probably targeted the festival release again, because I think maybe it's like a good family movie. Like if you go out with your family and you watch it, like there's nothing offensive in it. It's kind of it's just a bit of fun. So I think if you go out with your family and you watch it, I think you'll have a good time.
It's definitely like a movie that you won't come out probably regretting watching it. I think you'll have a decent time.
Cool. There's not many what are we going to spoil in this movie?
There's no real spoilers. There's no real plot. You just but I guess in the second half, I didn't realize it would go that way, but it turns into an election campaign.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like Rangastalam, except it's just stupid. It's just,
I haven't seen Pillage Zemindar in a while, but is there an election in that?
Does he become a student president or something?
Something along, because that's also when he like loses his.
No, he has to complete his degree
to get his money back. Yeah. Whereas in this, he already doesn't have money, and then he marries to get money, but then he finds out that
they don't have money.
They also don't have money.
Yeah.
And then
to pay off his debts,
he has to become a politician.
Yeah, he becomes a politician.
Yeah,
it's a very stupid story, but like when you're watching it, it's just like, it's kind of satire, I guess. The second half is like Rangastalam, except if you did it as a satire.
Yeah, and it all like turns on a reel that he makes.
Yeah, on a reel. Yeah,
yeah, and then after that reel thing, it gets a bit serious. But then,
it's until then, it's all just comedy essentially. But
cool. I guess we could probably of the ones we have seen, we can rank our Sankranthi releases. Fewer than we were going to watch Jananayagan, so that would have been the other one.
Yeah,
we would have watched,
and I don't know where that would have sat in these. With still not have seen it, but I don't think it would have been the best one.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's probably bottom is Rajasab, but Rajasab, it is bad, but I don't think it's like absolutely horrible. I think Game Changer was probably worse last year. I think there are parts of Rajasab that
if you take particular scenes out of Rajasab in isolation and you watch them, you'll be like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Just as a whole product, it's not good.
It's not great. Yeah. But that will be third. For me, actually, I think this is going to be second, Anaganaga Oka Raju.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Just because I think the comedy, I was laughing, but it also wasn't like super hilarious for me. Like it was okay. Like I had an okay time, but when I watch it again, I'm probably not going to like it that much. Like
Fair
on
enough.
rewatch, and then Boss is Back for number
Yeah.
one. I just had a good time with it. Like I probably won't like it that on rewatch as well, but from in terms of a theatrical experience, I was never really bored as such in that movie. Whereas in this one, I was like, there was parts where I was like, is this gonna lead to something at some stage?
Yeah.
So that's why. But not too much of a gap between those two. I think they're pretty similar.
I would go the same, but reverse. I would
Yeah.
put Manashenkar and Varaprasad. There's just some, I know you were able to ignore some of it, but there's just some stuff in that I just can't forgive in terms of like the slapping, like the whole part of that where he's like, you can abuse your wife, but the wife needs to come back to you is the core of that movie. I just can't forgive that.
Yeah. So that's
yeah.
not great.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah.
But I felt like it wasn't as blatant.
It's not as blatant as some of his other movies. It's definitely like, it's not like that's the main part of the movie and like they focus on that a lot, but it is in there, which I just can't. And then this has no sexist stuff in it. It's very
like,
it's very vanilla. It's got nothing offensive for anyone.
Yeah.
I did find it pretty funny. I found the first half pretty funny. The second half not as funny, but still okay. Like they both have songs that are like just in there randomly. They both have fights that are just in there randomly as well. So like there's stuff that's similar in both of them.
And I think they're both carried by the lead.
The lead, yeah.
Like if it wasn't for the lead actors, I think they both would have just
it wouldn't have been good. Like you put anyone else in those two movies and they don't do well. So but I think I put this one slightly above. It's not crazy above.
I thought it would have been. Like I was expecting this to be like probably the best one by a margin.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't as good. Like I think I was expecting Naveen to come up with something a little bit different, but it's just a routine. Like it's not bad, but it's just a routine movie.
I think overall, all the Sankranthi movies this year were not like nothing's like amazing. Like we'll love it and we'll like rewatch this every year kind of movie. The level overall is quite low, and I think watching Raja Saab first makes the other two seem a little bit better as well.
That's true. Yeah,
but I would probably say Anaganaga Oka Raju is the best one.
Yeah.
And then Manashenkar.
Also, the comedy in Manashenkar Varaprasad, I think most of the time you're laughing at it because it's so kind of ridiculous. And like, I don't think it's not necessarily the way the makers wanted you to laugh at it, is the way I was laughing at it. I think it was more just like, this is kind of ridiculous, but kind of funny.
I think the way that Anil Ravipudi has become so popular is lots of people in India, the Telugu states, watch this show called Jabardast, and all these comedy in his movies are quite similar to the comedy in in that show, and that is why people kind of relate to it quite well. I hate that show. I've watched like maybe 10, 15 minutes of it once, and it's just a constant laugh track behind it whenever anyone says a single line. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But
this doesn't have as much of that.
It doesn't have as much of that as some of his other movies.
Yeah.
There is still like lines in there that sometimes they're trying to be serious, I think, that are quite hilarious.
That are funny. Yeah. So I think like it's ironically funny, whereas this is, I think you're laughing at the jokes.
I don't think there's anything in this that's serious other than the last 10 minutes. It becomes very serious for some reason.
Yeah.
But every single line other than that is a joke up until that point comes.
Yeah. But I think you're laughing at this the way the makers intended you to laugh at it.
Yeah.
I think it's like ironically funny in any way, but I think Manashenkar Varaprasad, at least the way I was laughing at it, was probably not the way it was intended to be.
But I don't think we're going to look very fondly on any of these going back. This is definitely Naveen Polishetty's worst movie as well.
I think Jathi Ratnalu is better than this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't like Jathi Ratnalu? It's not. There's no story. Once again, just comedy. Yeah.
I think Agent is the best one. Agent, not Agent starring Akil.
Yeah.
Agent, Sai Srinivas Atharya is his best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very funny though. He carries every movie he does.
Yeah. I don't think he's announced like what he's doing next, but like none of his movies I would say need as much time as they take.
Which, yeah, I know his family lives in America, so he does a lot of trips back and forth to America.
Yeah.
I think he grew up in America for a little bit of time as well. So
okay.
I think he's traveling quite a bit, and he doesn't do as much shooting of movies.
And he writes his own movies as well.
Yeah.
So he's involved in the process. He's not just an actor.
Yeah. I think he could become like Nani eventually. It seems like he's kind of going down that pathway.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
I don't think Nari is going to be better than any of these, by the way. I'd highly doubt it.
I don't think I will like it.
Yeah.
Like, I think people might like it, but it just doesn't seem like the kind of movie that I would like.
Yeah.
Same with Road with Edges one.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think I'd like that based off the concept in the trailer. So I don't think I'd like either of those two. Yeah.
But overall, once again, a disappointing Sankranthi, I think.
Better than last one, I'd say. Probably the best one we've reviewed.
Yeah, but we haven't had any great ones to begin with, so yeah.
Cool. No worries. So next, it's
maybe Jen and I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, if it comes out in soon. Yeah. That might be the next one, or we'll have other episodes, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if we're not doing anything, we could watch one of the other ones, but let's see if it's available to us. It's just not available to us. That's why we can't watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to something, or we'll do a flashback or a revisited episode. We should do all the Rajamouli movies at some stage. Apparently, Varanasi is coming out March next year.
Okay.
Potentially March. So between now and then, we'll probably review all of Rajamouli's movies. How many movies he's made?
8 or 9, I think.
Yeah, not many. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could probably do all of them, starting with Student Number 1, my favorite.
Which I highly doubt that's aged well.
Cool. So if people want to get in touch with us, how do they go about it?
We're on all social media platforms at Paisa Vasool, or you can email us at cognitiverecalibrationpodcast@gmail.com.
Cool. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We'll be posting stuff on there, Reels as well. So just if you want to keep in touch with what we're up to, give us a follow on those. And otherwise, again, wish you all a happy Sankranthi. It's finished now, but hope you had a great Sankranthi, and we'll see you in the next one.